Don't be fooled by the title screen, folks. This is the game. I can't quite hear them yet. Okay.
Can you hear me, Lucy?
Yes, I can.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Because we're here now, we'll cut off all the donations.
All right. So I guess just start off by the name of the boy.
Yep. Are we live, guys, as well? Yeah. Oh, perfect. Welcome. Brilliant. I didn't know that. Hello, I'm Bowie, and next to me is
Stinger PA.
We are the Saken Boys. That'll be our name. So, as you can see, I'm playing Final Fantasy Adventure, or as it was called in the PAL region, Mystic Quest. The reason I'm playing Mystic Quest is for solidarity. I grew up with this as Mystic Quest. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on the SNES is known as Mystic Quest Legend to me, so enjoy. Cool, so what's the male's name?
Well, with $200, the people want Everhate.
Everhate.
Nice. Yeah, capital EVR 8.
Everhate. Perfect. Excellent. No worries. Cool. So Sumo is named Everhate, and for the lady.
The lady has a very beautiful name with $78.72. Call her Jeff.
Jeff. Fantastic. Excellent. And I now need to know the biggest thing. Am I going to be doing physical or magic strats?
Hit them very hard. With $125, weapons.
Yes.
Good.
Okay. Cool. So. This is Final Fantasy Adventure. Before I begin, I just want to kind of say that this game has two routes, obviously, as you've known, physical and magical. The current record holder, Crow, runs magical and I run physical. The difference in the two runs is 4 seconds, so they're both very, very interestingly close runs. So you'll see the majority of the difference as we go. So I'll give you a countdown, and whenever we're ready, we'll do this. So 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so welcome to Final Fantasy Adventure, Mystic Quest. Known in Japan as Seiken Densetsu Final Fantasy Gaiden. So this is a Mana game. As you may know, this is a prequel to Secret of Mana on the SNES. So what I'll do is I'm just going to focus on this whilst Stinger gives you a little bit of background to this game, basically.
So yeah, this is, like Bowie said, this is a prequel to Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo. It has a lot of similar battle features with the active battle system. You're just fighting enemies in a field. It's not your normal turn-based battles or anything like that. To start the story out, you're a fighter in the Empire of Glaive, I think?
That's the one.
Yeah. And you get out of the castle and start just finding your way to some waterfall.
Yeah, we trying to escape basically, and we find that our teammate Willie has been. I say teammate, our fellow gladiator Willie has been defeated and dies, unfortunately. So he tells us about the power of mana and the fact that it's slowly being. It's slowly waning at the power of Dark Lord and the Glyve Empire. So we try to escape, and we're just going to be. He asked us to go and find a man called Bogard, and so that's basically our initial mission. So this is Dark Lord on the left and Julius on the right. These are the two big bads in this game. Dark Lord is the leader of the Glyve Empire, and Julius is his attendant. And he's explaining or telling Dark Lord that above the falls, above these waterfalls, is the holy mana land. And he wants to get up there to attain the power of mana to control the world. However, he doesn't know how to get up the falls, and Julius says that there is a girl who has the key to get up these falls. Upon leaving, Dark Lord notices Sumo is here, or Everhate is here, and chases him, and in classic mana fashion, pushes the hero down a waterfall. This is, I think, consistent in pretty much every single mana game, that some kind of falling down some large body of water takes place.
All the ones I know have that exact same feature.
Yeah. So we're going to start the game off with a little grind, but not an experience grind, actually a money grind, because I'm going to be getting into the very, very, very first glitch of this game. Note that this is warpless and not the glitched run. The glitch run is this is warpless, not the warped run. We still have glitches. There is no glitchless category as such. So I'm going to be grinding to 140 gold. In order to buy a helmet that I'm going to glitch and give myself a huge defense boost at the very, very start. So I need 140 gold. The goblins give me 3 gold. The mushrooms give me 1. I'm going to save just because I'm playing badly and I might die. So yeah, I get 3 gold from the goblins and mushrooms from 1. So I want to be defeating mainly the goblins, so I don't. So I get as much gold as possible. And with that, I'm just going to continue this grind. And if we have time for any donations, now's the time to go.
Yeah, we got a couple donations here for you. We have one donation, $5 donation from Killany, saying, "Good luck and/or blame Everhate. On the run, boy. May your boy be nearly as powerful as Peter was. Donation to your choice, sir."
To my choice, okay. I want to put that towards the Radiant Historia incentive about the endings, showing off the 3 endings.
Right on. And we also have another $5 donation from Ty2358 saying, "Best of luck, Bowie. Let's get that first try, Julius."
Thank you very much, Ty. Okay, so I'm at 112 gold here. This is a very interesting grind because it comes down to enemy spawns. These rooms can kind of spawn anywhere between 1 and 2 goblins and 1 and 3 mushrooms. So you can get between 4 and 9 gold per screen. However, in order for this grind to go well, I actually need to keep 1 enemy alive on every single screen. Because if I defeat all of the enemies on a screen, they don't respawn until they go 3 screens out. So I want to keep 1 alive when I'm going back and forth, so I can keep as many enemies on the screen as possible, so I can get as many kills and gold as possible. So this is the helmet glitch. Stinger, would you like to talk people through this whilst I do it?
Yeah. Basically what Bowie's going to do is he's going to buy a helmet here, not to actually use, but so that he can perform a glitch with the item slots in this game. So he's going to buy the iron helm, and then in his menu he's going to put the iron helm in the second item slot. It was actually the bronze helm. But if he saves and reloads with that, the game looks for the first empty item slot, and then after that it does some weird things with the defense power because it thinks that everything else is some other value, I believe.
Yeah.
And the glitched helm that he equipped ends up being 17 defense power or something?
It's 11. So it takes me. I just forgot to buy a key. So yeah, as Stinger said, it looks for the first item in the list, but because you've got an empty space at the start, so the game thinks that that's the end of the list of your items. So all of the items that are in the slots afterwards are assigned a number. I knew that they were all different, these numbers, but I wasn't quite sure how they were different. However, Crow was doing a little bit of research and found out that it was literally from the bottom up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And because that is slot 11 in the game's mind, it replaces the number 2 with the number 11. So you get a huge buff to your defense early on. And I made sure that I glitched the bronze helm and not the iron helm, so I could sell the iron helm for the 70 gold, because I'm going to do another grind from here on out to get my next weapon. Call me Jeff. Hey Jeff. So we've got Jeff and Everhate. Oh, Foo Jeff.
What a lovely couple.
Lovely. So I'm going to make my way toward Bogard now. Great. Item drops are random, and the way that you kind of work, and the collision detection works in this game, is that NPCs and things like chests, you don't open them by like pressing a button, you open them by moving into them. I think that's the biggest difference in, say, this and things like Secret of Mana, where you have to talk to the people. They don't just start shouting at you when you're nearby. So you may recognize these enemies.
Yeah, Rabites are classic Mana series enemies.
They have quite an interesting property where like enemies move in certain ways. I'm going to get rid of him. There are basically 2 or 3 types of movement. So you'll have enemies that move half tile by half tile, like we do, and there are some that jump. And I'll get back to that just after you kind of explain who this gentleman is. This is the old man Bogard. You actually have to speak to him 3 times to continue the game, which I guess a few people did perhaps get stumped by when they first played this game. And you can't actually, if you just ignore the girl, if you just kind of don't meet Jeff and you come straight to Bogard, he won't actually know who you are and he doesn't care. You have to speak to him 3 times and he'll see the pendant on Jeff's chest and say, is that the pendant of Mana? Because as he was back in the day a Gemma Knight, and these are the knights who protect the power of Mana. And he gives us an item called the Mattock. So what's really cool about this game, it might be interesting to say that this game came out before Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. So although there are some similarities in the way it looks, it actually came out before. So things like diagonal directional movement wasn't really implemented into this game. So it's only just it's only the 4-point movement.
Such cheerful music.
Oh yes.
The music in this game is pretty good for a Game Boy game.
So you may have seen the way he was moving there very, very slowly, then he switched and moved to the side. I can abuse that and iframes in this game because iframes work in a very interesting way. Just like you have iframes when you take damage, enemies do too. So you might see that I'll stab and then try and attack and I'll miss. But then there are times when, like that, where I get 2 hits in a row. Because I hit in one form of movement and then he changed into a second form of movement. When they go into the second form of movement, their iframes actually they get cancelled out. So you can in fact attack twice.
Yeah, and one thing to note about the levels that he's getting in these points and the stat that he can upgrade, he's choosing power every time, and I believe we'll choose power for all levels except 11 through 15.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'm for marathon. I'm going to actually take one at 16, which is wisdom, but I'll get to that later on.
Okay.
But yes, I actually have enough money. What am I doing? I do this 2 different ways. I sometimes buy a key in Topple, or I buy one here, but I've already bought it in Topple, so I don't need it. So I got my 150 gold, and I've picked up my axe. I'm going to immediately equip this because I am obviously focusing on physical damage. I want to make sure I've got as strong a weapon as possible. So that's +4 from the broadsword, and I'm going to one-shot pretty much everything apart from the Mama Blues in this area. So the Mama Blues will get in the way, but the flowers, however, will fall very easily. Okay. I'm actually not going to attack here. I'm trying to build up my will gauge. And I think that's a very important time to actually talk about the will gauge. If you'd like to take that for me, Stinger.
Okay. The will gauge is that bar at the bottom that's slowly advancing all the way to the right side. Your damage is based off how much that bar is filled. And you can do a special attack when the will bar is completely filled. And it's different for each type of weapon. For the axe, you can throw it across the screen and it'll do damage to all the enemies in the path. For swords, you can do either a spinning attack or this attack where you jump across the room and back. Other things like chains, you get an extra tile of distance on those attacks. And
Jeff is
what
missing.
am I missing?
Jeff is missing.
Yeah, so in terms of story, you've come this way and you go into Ketz, and this gentleman here, if you just speak to him, he'll say that you can't go through here. Why don't you try using the Western Room instead? I'm going to save here just in case, because you know what's going to happen. I'm going to get poisoned. So we go into the Western Room and we stay the night. I get a free heal, very, very nice. But the girl Jeff gets taken in the process by the Lord of the Manor. Okay, it's not the best, but whatever, it'll do. If you get a good spawn kind of screen where all of the crocodiles or lizard men are kind of in one line, you can throw the axe straight down and defeat them all. So I'm just going to pick up that cure as well, which is quite nice. So I did that. In order to kind of get that bronze key to spawn by defeating all the lizard men, you have to go and have the girl stolen. Because you can come over here and you can try with a normal key, but a normal key will not work on this door, so you have to go get the bronze key. I'm going to equip this cure because this is a very, very dangerous level. I was talking about enemy movement. Now these fish, the yellow fish that I'm fighting, they're the enemies that I want to focus on in this dungeon. But they hit like trucks. Even with my plus 10 defense, I'm taking 4 damage, and they have the chance to poison you as well. So if you didn't get a glitched helm and you just went with base defense, you'd be getting hit by upwards of 11, 12. Which is just astronomical damage given the fact that I only have 21 HP. So I would just die in 2 hits. So because of this glitched helm, I actually don't have to worry too much about taking damage, but because every single enemy in the marsh area poisons you, you have to worry about being poisoned, which is really severe for the most part. So we've picked up our next weapon, the sickle. So every different weapon has different properties. These ones can cut down these leaves, and the game teaches you that you can do that by putting you in it gives it to you and puts you in a ring full of leaves. So you need to equip your weapon and try it out. So it's quite nice that the game kind of teaches you how to, make use of your weapons in a very, very active way, and very quickly as well. It doesn't kind of, say you can use a sickle to cut down the leaves. It just says use the sickle. You just do it. It's quite instinctual. Mm-hmm. Which is quite nice, and a trope of a lot of older games as well. So I'm going to avoid this guy. This is a red mage. He's just wandering the marsh caves, and he will help you out. I say help. I'm quite loose with the term. He'll run around and fire some fireballs, maybe, and hit enemies, maybe. Potentially not. But the cutscene takes ages to kind of talk to him, so I just kind of skip him completely. And just go myself. You have the cutscene when you speak to him there, and at the end as well when you defeat the boss of this dungeon. He chats to you again, and it just wastes so much time that there's no point.
Those bubble enemies, man, they're so freaky looking.
Ah, nice.
So they are quite weird. I picked up a mattock there. Now that's very, very important for this run. I want to grab mattocks. They're these items that break walls, they break boulders, they break a lot of stuff. Such as there, and I know exactly where I need to do this. I need about 35 mattocks. I get the one given to me by Bogard, and then I need to get another 4, and that will get me as far as the point in the game where I get an item that does the exact same, or a weapon that does the exact same thing. So I put my hands in the fate of RNG here to hope that I get a mattock drop. If I don't, I've got this screen and the screen behind me where I can grind them out, so it's not too bad.
But you need at least 1 through this cave.
Because I need to... I don't need it to get through this cave, essentially. I need a key to get through that door, but because I have exactly 2 more here, and I'm going to use them right now, in fact, to actually open up the nearest spot I can in my inventory when I get a key item to continue the story. But I've used exactly 7, but I need it for the next dungeon. If I didn't get one immediately, I'd have to go back up to the shop, buy the marshlands, and buy a mattock, which just loses me a load of time. It's about 35 seconds to go all the way up there and get it. So I'd rather not.
Durgan.
the jargon. So this is Hydra. He moves like you can see him moving. He'll either go a shallow distance or he'll go the full distance. If he goes the full distance, you can get a lot of hits off, and you can kill him quite quickly. So this is where the magic and power routes diverge. I just picked up Fire, which is the first offensive magic you get in the game. This is the point where Crow and his magic route would start using magic offensively and would be able to destroy everything. I'm going to keep on with the weapons and see how it goes. Please, please, please. Thank you. Oh, great. I am going to equip very, very quickly this battle axe. I'm going to do a quick little thing called a cure cancel on this, like that. I'll explain that in a second, and I will equip the mirror to speak to this guy. So the mirror shows people's true colours. And let's talk to this guy and see what happens. He's a werewolf. Oh no. I'm getting wrecked though, this is so bad. There we go. So I switched to the axe because it actually defeats the werewolf really quickly compared to the sickle. Perfect.
Wow.
That's amazing.
A crystal, wow.
That's really nice. So I need that item, and I need maybe 2 or 3 would actually be really helpful for both. I'd need that in both the Warps run and the Warpless, but for different reasons. So it's very lucky to get that on my first kill.
The crystal, when you use it, instantly fills the will bar, and there are a couple places where you just need to have full will to progress. So that can save a bunch of time early in the game when the will bar is filling as slowly as it is right now.
Oh, crikey. Those mice have an ability to poison you, which is not very nice. There we go.
Hey, that rhymed.
I do my best, OC. I do my best. Did you want to talk them through cure cancelling, Stinger?
Yeah, cure canceling, the basic idea is that you use a curative or the cure spell as you walk onto the tile that exits you from a room or an area, more precisely. You can't do it room to room, but if you were stepping onto stairs or a doorway, you can do it at the same time, basically, as you're walking through that event, and it'll heal you, and you don't waste any time having to cast it.
Nice.
And 2 crystals. That's really nice.
I don't use it. I forgot to menu there. Yeah. And the reason I use I use all of my Mattox in the first bit is so I don't have to re-menu there. I decided to re-menu anyway, but yeah. There's a small glitch, no, not really a glitch, but like a little abuse of iframes I can use here if this pumpkin moves, but otherwise I'm just going to go for it. Yeah. So again, the game teaches you what weapons can do by just putting you into the situation with one. And here is a pole. Anytime I see that pole, I can hook onto them like that and continue, and then press the button. What's really cool is if you take a hit from an enemy and you have iframes when you go through the door, because when you have iframes you haven't got any collision detection of sorts with buttons, there's like a secret like invisible button that you didn't see me hit, basically. That I wouldn't need to go around the back. I could just, I'd just go in. I wouldn't touch the button thanks to the iframes. Get the chain and go straight back down again. So again, it just kind of gives you the ability to learn about your new weapon right here. And it's very good because it's got really good range. It's got an interesting hitbox where it hits to the half tile that it actually takes up and to the half tile adjacent to it. This is going to be interesting. Great.
Poison. Poison music.
Poison music.
Still not as bad as Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah, it's true.
No, not quite.
So, yeah, poison, enemies have a chance to inflict a status ailment if they have one, and it seems like it's a 99.9999997% chance. It's pretty bad. So now that I've saved Jeff, we're going to get out of here, so this might be some time for some more donations or a quick plug if you have one.
Yeah, I got a few donations, actually.
Nice.
We have $50 from Anonymous. No comment, but still thank you for that $50, because that puts you in a running for a lot of great prizes, including a PlayStation 4. We have Ryu Bastion saying, with $10, go boy, go! You got this!
Thank you very much, Ryu.
Yeah. We have a a $10 donation from Anonymous, and we have also another $10 from Gurgluck saying, I'll be asleep for Chrono Cross race, so here's a donation towards the Arnian wood window frame. Hopefully the VOD will have something pleasing to the eye. I certainly hope so too. And lastly, we have a $1 from Anonymous saying, hello, I'm happy to help donate. I have a question regarding RPGs. Has anyone here played a Saga game?
Yes.
Yeah. They're not a very popular RPG series, and I'm just curious to know all kinds of things about it. To Wikipedia.
Thank you very much for your donations, guys. So, just quickly, before whilst that was going on, I actually used what's called the ask command. If Stinger, you want to cover that one as well?
Yeah. The ask command, you get joined by many different partners, including Jeff here. Everyone has a unique ask command. So it could be anything from refilling HP, like a regen status, or refilling MP. Some of them, they don't really do anything. One will change music.
Yep.
But some of them are very useful, some of them not so much.
You just have to kind of like give it a go and see what happens. I'm going to save here because I might flub it. We'll see how it goes. But this is our next boss, Lee. Shout out to Castlevania. One more.
Not bad.
Not a bad fight at all. So I can kind of tell where I know kind of his patterns of movement. He'll go from left to right, but he'll either go up or down. You just kind of have to read that as quickly as possible. But if you kind of preempt his movement, you'll be able to get more hits off in total. So you can smack him with a whip and destroy him. So that's where again the warps and warpless strat would now change. If it was a warped run, I'd actually glitch on the screen just to the left of me to about 60% through the game.
I got a very timely donation with that boss.
Yes?
Yeah, from Turbo Dog with $10 saying, Castlevania might not be an RPG in Limit Break, but at least we have Bowie whipping monsters in Final Fantasy Adventure.
Thank you very much, Turbo.
That was choice. I'm going to put that towards somebody ending the world and raiding Historia. And one more donation from H. Scott, $15. You may refuse to sing during your own streams, PJ, but that won't help you now. Thank you very much for your donation.
Okay, so there's a couple of things like extra resources I might need. So there's no real money grind left, but these enemies, these like orcs that I'm fighting here, they drop gold, an item just called gold, and it's worth 750 GP. Getting one of these is not essential, it's not necessary, but I really do want one. I can do the run's fine without it, but it allows me to buy an extra piece of equipment that makes the run a lot easier. I'm going to heal, I think, just in case, because I'm going to lose the girl right now. This little cutscene. This is Kibba. So Bogard told us to go and meet Kibba. This is in the town of Wendell, and Kibba has already been informed about the young lady Jeff. And seeing the symbol of mana on the pendant, asks her to step forward onto this seal of mana on the floor, and says, "You will see what you will see."
Jeff, the chosen one.
So, this is Jeff's mum. And tells Jeff that she is a seed of the mana tree, as part of the mana family. And that she must defend the power of mana. Very, very short cutscene, not too much, but And with that, we get invaded. Terrifying stuff. And the Red Mage is back for some reason. We don't know why, but and says that he'll take Jeff to a safe place.
I think he's trustworthy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he helped us out in the Marsh Cave, right? Or he would have helped us out in the Marsh Cave if we said hi. Don't hit me. So knockback is really annoying because you get knocked back in the opposite direction, but it has the properties as if you're pressing the direction of your knockback. So, yeah. What? Stinger! The red mage was Julius!
I guess I was wrong.
Aye. The blackguard. He says that he, and Sumo even says, or Everhate says that, you helped me once before, why are you doing this? And he says that he wasn't quite sure that the girl that he saw us running around with was the right girl until he saw what happened inside the shrine at Wendell. And says the infamous line, "You have no chance against me, my dear."
I think that's just an open challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll be back, don't worry.
Never leave the hero, just to... Come on, finish him off.
Someone never read the Evil Overlord list?
So we've
Nope.
received the magic book of Heal, Learn to Heal. This magic will help you recover. This is Asuna, essentially, or remedy, whatever you want to call it. It recovers any status ailment you have. However, it's got a nice little glitch in it. Yay! If you use it, it reduces your defense to 0 and you get one shot by everything in the game. I don't know why, but there you go. Definitely the most important heal spell. Thanks, Kibber, for the help. And yeah, so the way it works is that you have 0 defense until you menu again. So I'll want to kind of use it and immediately menu to kind of make sure I don't die from anything. It's not one shot from everything, but at any point that you're kind of progressing, the enemies will always be in a certain like strength level that you will die. I went for that just to see if I could get the gold, because it's not essential, but it does help. Wow. So you saw there that because I got knocked back, I was facing upwards even when I was attacking. It's because the game sees that I'm inputting the direction rather than just being knocked back. So I'm going to quickly I'm going to hit these guys. Hopefully they'll drop it, they won't. So I need to buy some oil here. Oil is an item that we're going to use just the once. I'm also going to pick up some extra keys and some extra Mattox as well. These are going to get me through until the next kind of big segment in the game where I'll do another shop. Very, very quick shop. It always resets the list to the top again, so it's kind of clunky, the menu, but it's fairly quick.
Yeah, at the very least, you don't have to buy 30 of anything.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hope that this candy can't carry. Okay, I've got so many items here. Wow, holy hell. Gold!
Oh, there you go.
Yes. So yeah, I can sell that for 750 gold, and that's going to be great. I only really need one, so I'm not going to go out of my way to kill anything unless it's in my way. So this guy's going to have to go down. Ooh, there we go. So he didn't drop anything. Whatever, that's fine.
I was half expecting him to drop gold too.
Yeah, can you imagine? Then I have to menu to throw something away again. I am going to equip the oil now, and it's going to slick the wheels of this minecart, and we're going to go on a little ride.
Let me know when I can get some donations in.
No worries, I'll just get through this because it's quite tricky. Going to hit this one here. I have to delay my attack there, then I have to attack immediately out of that screen there, and I missed it. That's the reason I save on this screen here, is so that just in case I miss that second one. Nice, there we go. Okay, cool. And if you have some donations, go for it.
Yeah, we have been bringing in the donations, so we got quite a bit to read here. So we have a $10 donation from AZHB saying, "Donated before I had to donate again, both for the good cause and for a chance at those Final Fantasy block prizes. Keep up the great work. Been loving the runs all week." We have a $10 donation from Opus saying, "Good luck, boy. May the gold flow freely and the stupid snowman puzzles finish with ease."
Thank you very much. That's very important.
We have a $10 donation from Alanwa saying, "Insert bad pun here. Challenge accepted. I heard about trees. I heard they grow out of the ground too, but that's just nuts."
Okay. Nice, thank you so much. So, making our way through the silver mine. That screen's really annoying because there could be spiders anywhere. So I always start that screen by throwing out a whip shot, just in case there's one really close. Enemies can spawn on any part of the map. They can even spawn pretty much in front of the doors. So you'll see, for the most part, I will probably enter a screen and wait 1 beat to see the positioning of the enemies before I move. The amount of times that I've lost a run because a very, very strong enemy is waiting on a door and I just walk into it and die, it's quite annoying.
Yeah, hello, Shadow Zeros.
Oh, yes. Shadow Zeros are infamous in Mana games. So I'm going to save... Should I save here? I'm going to save here just for marathon safety, but I don't really need to as such. This fight is very, very, very precise, so let's go.
The Megapede he's fighting is on a fixed pattern, so as long as he does the same thing every time, it shouldn't be much of a problem. But he knows exactly where it's going and where it's coming from.
You can see that Watt is obviously doing a hell of work. He's putting all of his effort into this. That should be it. Nice. Cool. So yeah, the first hit. I have to wait for a very specific time. I have an audio cue for it. Just I know exactly what part of the music he pops his head out that I can hit it before he actually starts moving properly. That just kind of can kind of help you ease you getting the 2 cycle on his movement. Cool, that'll be the last power level for a little bit, because I'm now level 11, so 12 to 15 are going to be in stamina, and I'm going to put 1 wisdom. Yes, you heard me right, ladies and gentlemen, wisdom into my build. It'll give me 8 MP, which will give me 1 extra heal, and my heal will do 24, not 22, so it's the difference between maybe not dying and dying. So.
Yo, Watts, I know this guy.
He's a staple of the Mana series.
Yeah, what we're doing. So I bought the silver armor. I didn't sell anything as well because I'm silly. So I'm going to sell my bronze key because I don't need it anymore. I'm going to sell my pillow. There we go. Sell that as well, and we're done. There's a part of me that thinks maybe I made a silly error playing Mystic Quest. It does seem a little bit slower, or maybe that's just my head playing tricks on me.
I think that's just your head.
Fair enough. Because I know that obviously because it's a Game Boy game that the screen is normally the issue when it came to PAL versus NTSC and the differences in those. I did not equip the armor. So this is what happens if you don't equip armor. He says, "Get out of my mouth," because we're just going to walk straight into this chap's mouth. So he only really likes you going in his mouth if you wear silver armor. So equip the armor, and you can make your way through. Which is also handy because it gives me 8 extra defense, and the enemies are now starting to do more damage. Because I'm taking no stamina whatsoever before this point right here. My defense is slowly going down and down and down. So Bogard's going to meet up with us. He doesn't really do much in terms of his ask command. He tells you about what the will bar does, but we already know what the will bar does. Don't we, ladies and gentlemen? No? Okay, we don't know what the will bar does. The will bar...
Trust me. No, I just got a lot of donations that are willing to talk to you all about it.
Go for it, no worries.
Yeah, we got like $30 from Anonymous, $10 from Anonymous, and okay, here I go. $10 from El Megas.
Okay.
Yeah, hello, Bowie.
Yeah, hello, Megas, hello.
Glad you finally have your bandana on and play the correct version of the game. All that is left is getting world record by skipping 1 save in the Mana Temple, putting this towards the Simmering Fury ending from 4 Radiant Historia, because I'm sure Bowie can agree with that.
Oh, yes.
Cheers, guys. Awesome to see this game represented in a big marathon.
Thank you very much, El Megas. Yeah, hello. VKDs. Don't worry about that at all. So I'll use a crystal here, obviously, to max out my will gauge and cross that bridge. I would have to wait, and at this point, as Stinger alluded to earlier, my will gauge is very, very slow at filling up.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the will bar full charge attack for the chain is that it extends one tile further, and that puts the chain pole just in reach.
This is perhaps the more repetitive of the sounds and songs of Final Fantasy Adventure.
It's a little repetitive.
Just a tiny bit.
I'm going to save here because this video game is this video game, and it has a habit of just finding a new way to kill me every time. That is in the way, like that. Brilliant. So they decided that they'd spawn both in the way of my exit there. I am going to not equip the fire. Crow gave me a little bit of a handy tip about this room. At base wisdom, at 2 wisdom, you can actually one-shot the ghosts there with fire with a full charge. Because as well as obviously doing special attacks, the will gauge is also a damage multiplier. So you can see how it kind of like led on to things like Secret of Mana afterwards, where every time you attack you have to wait to 100. So at maximum, it does ×2 damage for weaponry, but with magic it does ×4. Which is why the magic route kind of, in my opinion, why the magic route keeps up in damage with the physical route, because even though you have to menu more to swap out your spells whenever you need to, the damage it does output at the late part of the game is so horrendously huge because of the max damage that comes from a full will gauge. So I'm going to move this key down here and then equip it, because it'll bring a full key chain up to the top of my menu, and I'll get rid of it in the bottom.
Got a quick moment for a donation?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I got a $10 donation from Shahala saying, I played Final Fantasy Adventure years ago and I loved it, and I'm so glad to see it being run. Good luck to Bowie. He's been an awesome runner and a commenter so far. This goes towards PJ being Draco in the FS6 opera. Unfortunately, PJ is no longer here at RPG Limit Break. He headed home the other day. So if you want to get in contact with one of the mods or somebody who would gladly help you redirect that donation to another incentive.
Thank you very much for the donations, and thank you for the luck as well. This is great. So enemies can kind of move in the way like that, and it's kind of stressful because it can take some time for them to move. Had I had a full gauge at that point, I would have just fired and defeated the one that was in my way. Because the cool thing about fire is actually it homes in on enemies, so you don't have to worry about lining up too much and being accurate with your shot. There are some spells that don't, but fire as a first spell you get is quite versatile. I'm going to do this. So this is the end of the airship. I should get a level up on these werewolves. If not, I might try and force one just for the sake of consistency. Nice damage boost. Well, that was a waste. I fired a little bit too early there. I needed the maximum will gauge. There it is. There's my level up.
Nice.
Stamina. So that'd be 44. Please. There we go. I just maybe get a hit or a kill there just to kind of boost my experience levels. The good thing about those werewolves is that they respawn even if you defeat all the enemies on the screen. They have some kind of special property. Hold on, I can't. His Lego hands can't really keep on to the side of that building. And falls into a building.
Nice soft landing.
Nice, yeah.
Great job at not leaving a hole.
So he landed bang on the bed as well. That's quite good. And this is Amanda. You may recognize a sprite from earlier in the game. In the third screen of the game, after Willie dies, you move up, and Amanda is in the Empire of Glive as well. She's a friend of yours, but she's saying sorry that she has to do this. What do you mean? But she's taken the pendant. that was just given to me by the girl. So all that trouble trying to rescue the girl just to get the pendant back. Wow. Okay. There's I've seen that happen where the NPCs spawn on the door about 3 times in my running this game, and I've been running it for about 1.5 years, 2 years now. So that's rare. And this is where the run takes a huge increase in difficulty, and I mean huge. Despite the fact that I've got this boosted helmet and I've buffed up my defense a little bit, I will probably get 2-hit KO'd in the next dungeon, so I need to be very careful. I'm going to just defeat him now because I've hit him twice already. For those of you watching at home, I'm about to make you very, very angry that 12 years of your life trying to figure that out is done in about 2 seconds. You get given the 2 clues of palm trees and 8. And that's the answer. You're supposed to know that you have to walk a figure of 8 around those palm trees. Many people try to find a screen that has 8 palm trees on, and they start attacking it with the axe or with the sickle or wasting mattocks, and yeah. Nice. So I have a new technique for the way I kind of move through certain screens, and that is I get aggressive on my movement, but I safety save a little bit more, because these enemies are very dangerous. Oh dear. Okay.
There's those Shadow Zeros we mentioned earlier. How much damage will one of those do?
About 28, 29. They are severely dangerous. And they can change their direction at any moment, and they can dash at you, and yeah, they're just not nice. I've already got them equipped. What am I doing? There we go. So this guy's in my way, and yeah. So you have to kind of get lucky with enemy movement. This is scary. I'm going to actually reset that. Wow. No. That's better.
Oh!
That's a little bit better, because he might decide to be nice. Yes, he's being nice. Nice. So he could just move anywhere, and if they decide to kind of change their direction and hit you, then they will. So I can hit these enemies if I want. I could have bought back at What's His Cave the Silver Sword, which has magic property damage, and those mummies. Sorry, I'm struggling to English right now. The mummies, they basically take damage only from magical properties. Don't move down, thank you. So with the magic sword, I could kill them, but I didn't get it because I don't need it. It's a waste of money and time to get it, and having to re-menu every single time to equip it just to deal with certain enemies that aren't on every single screen is a waste of time. So let me finish this off by moving that down there, equipping that. See, okay, that's a lot of damage. Great, thank you very much for that.
Gently nudged you towards the door.
Yeah, just gently. This is where a lot of people can get stressed out with Amanda. She has a penchant for attacking the snowmen you create. So you just got to notice that snowmen push buttons to open doors, and then you get given a screen which has enemies, and you can make them into snowmen to push them on doors. And Amanda obviously throws knives, yeah, as long as there's a enemy presence on the screen. Oh dear, that was a close menu. He was running very fast down at me. So there are the amount of times that I've had Amanda decide that it would be a great idea to destroy the snowman I just made. Okay, he's gonna be nice. Is he gonna be nice? No, he's not gonna be nice. Let's just get rid of him. So yeah, you can. That's a perfect level up. That's really nice. Yeah, so you want to kind of hope you get a good spawn where you can defeat one defeat enemies to leave one spider alone, and then defeat the last one. So this is Medusa, and it's a very, very particular fight. I'll be in very specific places, and I'll have a very particular rhythm in the fight as well.
Right now he's attacking from below so that he can catch the snakes that Medusa's throwing as well, so those won't hit him.
Is her head spinning?
No.
It's just the flashing.
Oh dear. Should kill her on this one.
There we
it is,
go.
yeah.
Nice work.
Thank you. Also, check this screen here. Medusa. It's the only time she's not called Medusa, is that one screen. I don't know why. So the reason I was taking from below, you can actually hit the skirt, but her head has less defense. So I don't have enough attack power to hit her skirt. So when I'm hitting her head, what means is that I'm at a certain distance where the chain will like bonk on the skirt, destroy a snake, hit her head, bonk on the skirt, destroy a second snake on the way back. It comes out and in, the whip does. So it has multiple hitboxes. I used to kind of think it would be a good idea to use a nectar, which is an item that increases your attack power by 15 for 12 seconds. That pops my attack power high enough to do like 1 or 2 damage to the skirt. So it takes actually conversely a ton more time to kill her. So I don't actually use it there.
All right, would this be a good time for some donations?
Yeah, go for it, and then we'll explain what happened there afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, we have $10 from KHFreak358. No comment, but still thank you very much. $10 from Anonymous. We also have $30 from The Sid, saying, here's to all the staff and volunteers that keep this up and running. Thanks for all your hard work. Hey, Stinger and Bowie. Sid says hi.
Hey, Sid. Thank you very much.
I'm throwing down $30 to rename Tiz as my brother that I lost to bipolar disorder. I know he would have loved this game, and his spirit for sure is there to drive him on.
Thank you very much, Sid.
We also have a $5 donation from Dark Lord, Challenge Stigma. Really hoping for minecart percent for Mystic Quest, #waterfalls.
Thank you very much, Dark Lord. There's a chap in my chat who challenges everyone, and when he beats them, he pushes them down a waterfall like Dark Lord does. Jad has no music, you may have noticed. It's a bit awkward to kind of listen to nothing. But there is a reason for that. There is a reason, and it pervades all RPGs. I will explain it when we get the music back. So I'm going to do another menu here. This is like a setup for like the next kind of run of dungeons I'm going to do. I'm going to buy these X cures. They give me 2 charges of cure, which are going to be worth 32. Wow. Yes, 32. And I get 2 charges of that. I can't carry any more keys. That's fine. Out of the way. So you can attack NPCs, which is obviously really cool. If they get in the way, they have a ton of HP. They have more HP than the final boss of the game. So you can kill them. You can kill them if they get in your way. It helps because they kind of have the same kind of. They're on the same kind of palette as enemies. So yeah. What I need to do is I need to equip Amanda. So Amanda is Amanda's Tears. Sting, if you want to kind of go over why we defeated Medusa and killed Amanda, as if you may not have noticed what I did there in the previous dungeon.
Basically, the plot at this point is Lester was turned into a parrot, and to cure him, you were supposed to get Medusa's tears. You didn't get the tears from Medusa, but Amanda got bit and was turned into a Medusa, and you got the tears from her. And you brought them back and turned Lester back into himself.
What did you just do?
I don't really agree with that one. I'm going to change music again. No. Come on, let's give us Overworld. Overworld. Oh. So this is Lester's ability. No!
He's quite useless.
There we go. So Lester can change the background music. But I'm thinking perhaps I should have made that a donation incentive. Which music should we have in Davies'
Spend 5 minutes actually trying to get to the one we want.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, it's worth it.
Just change it to the Poison music.
Oh, dear. So this is why I wanted a gold. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough money anyway to get it, but these enemies fire very powerful fire shots. The gold shield that I could have bought in that store defends against this level of projectile. So I kind of need to have the gold shield in order to evade against that. Because I don't, I have to take damage from those. So I have to be a little bit more careful in my approach in that room. This guy's just going to stand there because he's a champion. Great, thanks, man. There we go. So this is a very, very difficult dungeon. The enemies hit like trucks. They spawn all over the place. There's a lot of bottlenecks, and I'm stuck against the wall again. I would probably die from this hit if I take the magic damage. Connecting with a black mage does nothing, but wow, he's right in the middle again.
Yeah.
That's much better.
That first one wasn't happening.
Yeah, not at all. because you take up horizontally 2 half tiles to move. This is great. Look at this. So yeah, you have to go round in a circle to kind of make those stairs appear. But because you normally get 3 enemies of those types, you have to deal with them like that. Nice. I'm going to defeat these wolves because I want to force a level up soon. If I don't get it here, I want to get it very, very short. I'm going to save to see how much I've got. I'm very far away because I'm 1 level short right now. So I'm going to force this level up. Nice. Okay, cool. I should have about... that's a bit too close. I'm going to kill 2 more. Okay, cool. I'm definitely close to a level up now. Yeah, there we go. So 3 off. I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm going to hopefully not have to deal with these mice, and I'm hopefully not going to have to deal with these guys. I do. So you can save anywhere, and saving's really quick, so it's not too much of an issue. Okay, good. First ice cream is a bit of a problem. These guys decide that they're going to go nowhere near the button, and Lester's going to decide that if I snowman one, he's going to kill it. That's very, very nice, actually. Put him there. Great. I'm actually going to get rid of this guy as well, because I have this level ready to go. I'm actually just going to do this. Oh my god! So that's a glitch in the game where sometimes pressing a button will not actually activate the door. It can lose you a lot of time, as you just noticed, because I didn't save here and I used up my last bit of magic. Hello. Perfect. Nice. All that could happen, which happened in practice very recently, and then I level up.
I think you had it twice in a row in practice.
Yeah. This is my last stamina level because it gives me 59 HP. So I get 4 levels in stamina because it gives me 59 HP, and I'll have exactly the amount of defense I need as well that I won't get one shot by the next boss. Because I am a physical powerhouse, I'm going to face tank this guy very, very hard. And he deals a ton of damage. He probably hits between 35 and I think about 56. With one less level, I would have about 51 HP, and he hit me by, I think, around 58, 59. So it's very important that I get that level up right there. Ooh. I need to use my key here. I'm also going to actually heal. You would think that maybe I want to actually have a full will bar, but this is one of the few fights I don't want to have a full will bar going in. The wear axe is very, very strong, and the music is amazing, so I want to see some music Craigasms in here, guys.
Music, folks, get ready.
Wow, that was really good. I got away with it for quite a while.
Normally he kicks you out a lot earlier than that. That was a really good fight.
Nice.
Nice work. That deserves a clap.
That was, I think, actually the best I've ever done that fight. That was insane. So the reason there was no music in Jad is because he's the NPC who plays the music, which leads me to believe that somewhere in every single JRPG or every single video game ever, when you enter a town, there's an NPC playing the music somewhere. So be on the lookout for NPCs.
That makes sense to
playing
me.
music. That was a really good fight. Oh my word. How on earth have I got out of that with max HP and using only 2 X-Cures?
I remember you in the practice room. You were really just having a tough time with that
I
fight.
don't know what I just did there, but I got hit.
Oh, poison.
That's just karma from the game.
Yeah. Great
Wait.
fight. No worries. I've got you, bro.
Oh, that was
Stone.
paralyzed?
Yeah, or petrify, but you just kind of get stoned.
Ah.
You just has to kind of wait. The sound's the same. There's only one status ailment that has a different sound. Stinger over here will be very overjoyed if I get it. But we'll see. We'll see. So I'm defeating the monkeys and moles because they give a ton of experience. I'm not exactly grinding them, to be honest. I'm not going to sit here and kill loads, but if they're in my way or if they're nearby, I'll get them because I need to go up a lot of levels in the next kind of short segment in order to be able to deal with the dungeons that are coming up.
Just let me know when it's time for a lot of donations to be read. We got a bundle over here.
No worries. Well, I just got my wisdom level, so as I said, the curing and the extra heal. So go for it. Go for it.
Awesome. We have a $10 donation from Maniac Ascendant saying, memories of adjusting the Game Boy Light while riding at night in the back of my parents' car, trying not to get nauseous while squinting at the game and hoping my batteries don't die. Those were the days. Fantastic cause, great runs. I've been watching all week. These $10 dues go to naming Fargo Morgan after a somewhat more popular captain. We also have $30 from Silent Doom.
Silent Doom.
Keep up the amazing work to all the runners. Wonderful to see my man Bowie be a part of this great initiative. Let's get this donation to whatever he may please.
No worries, thank you so much. I will put it towards the Radiant Historia endings as well. So thank you.
Yes, and we'll do just that. We also have $10 from Anonymous. Super excited to see the FF6 speedrun. FF6 is my favorite out of the whole series, and I can't wait to see it a speedrun for a great cause. Setzer for the win. And we have Minidor FO3 saying, hey guys, I'm really enjoying the stream so far. Keep up the good work. Thank you for the $15.
Silly.
Each time the metal crab moves across, he wants it to move to the right of the top. That'll get him an extra hit with the axe. So that's the good RNG right there.
Yeah, that's bad. I kind of got caught in an attack animation, unfortunately. It does happen now and then, but it's because of the way the knockback works. Oh, I might die.
What? Oh. I was wondering
close. That was very close. So yeah, the metal crab, you can only hit him in between his pincers in the eyes. So yeah, there you go. That's the fight.
I don't know if we've explained this before, but you do take damage from boss explosions after you kill them.
Actually, I think that's very important, actually, because it's something I did at the very, very beginning of the run. It's a very, very neat little tiny trick that I do, where if you actually attack the enemy boss explosion, I did it just there as well. But the enemies are all on the same kind of plane, as it were, or same tile set. So when you hit a boss and you attack the flames at the end, you'll hear it take an actual hit. That means the next boss that you encounter will take a hit at the very, very beginning, meaning you have to do one less hit to said boss. And I use that at the very beginning to kind of just take away like a second from the fight against Jackal. And I did it there, which is quite nice as well.
I didn't know that, actually. It's a neat little optimization. It's a weird way for them to program the bosses, too.
Hopefully if I don't have to... It disappears when you reset, so hopefully I don't have to reset in this next dungeon, and I can just get an extra hit on the Cyclops coming up next. So that's my last level that isn't power. So from here on out, I'm just going to be building power, 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 power. And I'm not going to get hit by the enemies consistently. Do you want to talk about why you love these enemies so much, Stinger?
I think we'll wait and see if it happens. And if it doesn't, maybe we can explain it then.
No worries.
I'm crossing my fingers.
Stinger loves these enemies too much. Okay, okay, they die in 2 hits because the wear axe is just that good.
Ooh! Ow!
That's how strong they are. Yeah. I'm dead if I get to take one more hit. I want to kind of do this, but I can't. Oh, damn, that's why I saved. That's why you saved.
Boulder to the face.
I've saved in a strange position. Yeah, when you kind of step on tiles, when you kind of load something up, the first move you make actually kind of like overrides the tile that you started on. So that's why you kind of saw the tree just disappear when I started moving. X-Cure, thank you very much, dear sir. What a nice gent he was, eh? I've got plenty of healing because of that extra MP that I got. So I can heal one more time, and which is a huge difference. It really is. Like I didn't think it would be that much, but the amount that it kind of saves me, being able to heal just one more time, is actually quite surprisingly good. I didn't get my kind of goal time. I kind of want to get to this cave here under an hour, so I'm just over an hour, but it's still very, very good so far. I mean, sub 1 hour is kind of like anywhere I want to be for like PB kind of pace.
For a marathon, that's still very good.
That seems to be a theme this year with Limit Break. We make these wonderful estimates and we just destroy them.
It's a good time to level up. So that will hit me onto 30, bringing my attack up to 50. This is a really interesting room. This is the only way to do this puzzle. You put a box on, you destroy the box, and the door opens. Feel free to figure out why. I'll be very happy for the answer. And again, I'm going to move that key up and get rid of that one. A little bit of menu optimization, because this is a locked door. Oh dear, that's really horrible, that is. So these guys deal a ton of damage with that fire. I really don't want to have to deal with that. This is horrible. Oh dear, 32 damage I took there. Which is annoying to say the least. So these guys can also do the status ailment that Stinger so loves.
Yeah, those floating eyeballs and mouth.
We're not out of the woods just yet. I'm going to charge up a full gauge here, because hopefully he will be on the wood. Thank you very much. If he's on the bridge, you can just throw it straight down, kill him in one, gone. Now I picked up a nectar early on, and this is where I'm going to use it. Cheers for that. Make me go a square out my way. So as I said, status changes. I haven't got a nectar, have I? I thought I got a nectar, whoops. I didn't get a nectar. Nectar increases your attack by 15 for 12 seconds. I would use it on this boss, but I'm not going to. So let's start off. He'll take a hit at the beginning. He didn't. Oh yeah, I save resetted, that's why. I died.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I didn't save reset, when he opens, he'd start. So that's a timing thing that I've got down, that I can hit his hand as he goes down. That's just kind of optimization of fighting. I've been running this category long enough to know most about when I can and can't hit my opponents.
And one thing to note about this boss is his hand that's above his head actually counts as a hitbox. So that's why Bo is able to stand so far above him when he comes down to the bottom of the screen and still hit him a bit.
I'm not going to attack him here, because if he his explosion goes up like that, and it was one hit away, if you get hit by the Morning Star segment of his hitbox, you'll die in one hit. I mean, I would have anyway, because I'm on 39, but even at full health, he'll hit you for about 80. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Yeah, let's equip that new weapon, which is ridiculously overpowered in this version of the game. This game has had a few revisions. You may know Sword of Mana on the Game Boy Advance, which is a nice little reimagining of this game. Took a few kind of things and inspirations from Secret of Mana, and as well from SD3 as well, Seiken Densetsu 3, and kind of put it to the world and the overall framework of this game. Let's just do this for solidarity. I'm actually going to... You know what? I am not going to do that, because that's a bad idea. I am going to heal first.
One thing to note about the Morning Star, it has the same properties as the Maddox, so he can break walls with it, and boulders, and that sort of thing. And so he never has to equip another Mattock again.
I do have some left over, and I will use those to kind of like just make certain rooms a little bit easier. You can get two hits off with the Mattock, with the swing out and then the actual attack. And because it's got such a long animation, I can actually just sit here in my iframes and just not get hit. But I am going to heal now, because I'm going to die if I take one more hit. Cool. Golem's down. He only gets hit. He only takes damage from the Morning Star. He actually does take damage from Mattocks as well, but that's a silly thing to do, because it just takes ages. Because the Mattock damage you do is based on your base attack only, so it only hits by like 30, whereas that was hitting by roughly, I want to say about 60. So it's just double damage, and so you'd have to waste so many Matox to do that. There is another remake of this game called Final Fantasy.
Sort of better.
Well, no, another one, Adventures of Mana, which was made for Vita and mobile for Android.
Oh, I did
and
not know that.
iOS. It's ironically faster on the mobile, but you actually don't get the Morning Star in that version because it's terrible. It's unbelievably terrible.
Game got patched.
The reason it's so strong, the Morning Star, is because it has multiple hitboxes. Like, every single part that it comes out, I'm hitting with every single bit of it. Nice level up. The Morning Star in the revised version just seems to think that it'll hit once, and it won't worry about hitting ever again. So if you hit an enemy with the first swing out, you won't hit him again for the entire rest of the animation when he throws it, and it's just so bad. But we're not here to talk about Adventures of Mana, although do go and get it.
We got a little bit of time for some donations?
Go for it, yeah.
Yeah, we got some great ones here. We have a $10 from Anonymous, no comment. Thank you anyways. We have $10 from AG10 saying, "Hi, thanks for giving me these awesome runs to listen to at work. I can't wait to go back and catch up on what I missed. Best of luck." We have $50 from Zero Patience saying, "Boy, my love, my flower, my flame, destroy this run."
Cheers, Zero. Thanks so much.
$10 from Ziff saying, "Only one man could possibly suplex a moving train." Okay, yeah, we'll do that. $30 from Anonymous saying, "Definitely had to get on trying to win an adorable Moogle plush. Puts this towards naming Sabin Suplex, because I think that's hilarious. Thanks for providing me with endless entertainment on my week off." You're welcome.
Heal? Okay, good.
That was close.
I'm getting a little bit too cocky, I think. Okay, cool. So Chimera's down. That's quite a tough boss, because I've had instances where I've run out of MP, I've run out of items, but it's down to how many times she comes down. She may not come down all that much. She may just kind of sit there and float along the top and throw down fireballs. So you have to get lucky, and luckily I got lucky.
Imagine how that works.
RNG. So this is a nice little grinding part, actually. I'm going to be getting myself up to about... I need, at the end of this dungeon, about 6,300 gold. Oh, you got it! There we go.
Yay! He got Moogled!
So that's the best status element in the game where you can get Moogled. It's perhaps the worst status element, because much like any other thing in this game, it reduces your defense to 0. So you die in one hit, and you can't cure it, because for some reason it's the one status element that you cannot use items in, despite getting an item called Moogle that's sole purpose is curing Moogle. So, you know, we have useless items as well.
I think that's just because they realized how good the music was for it, and they decided not to deprive you of it.
Yeah, they were like, Bowie's one day going to run this game, and we cannot let him miss that. Okay. So I'm going to be gaining a lot of levels in this segment, because these enemies just give a ton of experience, which is very, very nice and handy. I do like that. I'm going to save and heal. Walk over this, because you have to. Take one of those. Ask the girl for some more regen. Key, rather. I'm missing one key as well. I need to go and get one more key. A bunch of keys at some point in this run. So, for those of you who watched German Spiedenhausen, an event that I did, you may remember this room as being the God Room, where I found a random new glitch that makes no sense. And I haven't been able to replicate it since, but I ended up, if you remember the Silver Cave that I was in with the minecart, I ended up riding a minecart and warping halfway through the dungeon and fighting Dark Lord. I don't know. It was so weird, like the entire room just kind of glitched out and doors opened out of nowhere and walls had holes in them, walked through it, and then I was fighting Dark Lord in a minecart, so... There you go. I'm going to actually do this, or instead of actually just using the crystal, because I'm gonna have to come back and they're both 5 spaces away, I would rather actually use the time to charge up and actually heal myself, so I can get across like that.
Yeah, so those crystals that Bowie got early in the game from drops come back into play there because you need the full will bar to be able to reach those poles.
Oh my word. I'm gonna do that.
Yes!
Feel free to do at home, kids.
I just like the Mughal music so much.
It's great. It's great music.
It's a jaunty little tune.
So I'm going to stop grinding these guys now. I'm going to grab this for the X Ether because that's quite handy. I've got enough X Cures now to get me through the rest of the game. I'm also going to do a mini damage boost if I can, if the ghost's in the way. He is not in the way. Damn it. Normally, if the ghost is a little bit further, I can just walk into him to the right. He'll knock me to the left and right in front of those stars, and I can just use my invincibility frames to walk through the stars. This is another little skip as well. I'm now going to hold left on the D-pad, which pushes the chest down, but not off the button, so I can still get through that door. Because when you push a chest off the button, the stairs disappear. Please give me a key. Oh well.
I remember when Bowie had not figured that out yet, and that room was just so painful to watch because he had to be so careful to get past all the werewolves and not hit any of those chests.
Didn't need to do that necessarily. I don't know why I did that. Or that. The amount of time, I'm not getting any experience from that or any money that I desperately need. So that is pretty... Did I just get some money from destroying that wall? I think I did.
I thought you got it from the pumpkin that you killed.
Probably. These things still do damage. It's been a while. Wow. If I die here, that's going to be embarrassing. So they still do damage. I mean, I haven't seen them for quite a while. Maybe about, I want to say at 25, 30 minutes. And they're still doing 16 damage. That's still an issue. They will remain an issue. The last time I meet them in the game, they still do more than one damage to me, which shows not just how weak I am, but how strong they are. Okay, this is not bad. Okay, that's a waste. That's fine. That's fine. This is not okay. Okay, that's fine. Nice.
Okay.
So this is actually quite a lenient room because the snowmen actually... Some rooms the buttons are in the corner, but they're not all the way in the corner. So if that doesn't work and the stairs don't appear, you can just push them to the right off and then push them back on. So quite a nice little room there. It actually was really good.
Yeah, the enemy spawned in pretty kind positions.
Nice. I should hopefully be near my final level up in this port. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm 200 experience points away. So I'll clear this room up here. I should get my final level up. Put me on about 90. I think it's about 91. Could be wrong. I need this level up. Just it's going to give me all my MP back and a lot of health. 93 maybe? 91, I wasn't right. So let's equip magic. I'm going to save just in case, as always, and fight Dark Lord. So he thinks he's the big bad. He remembers me from the beginning, and we get more music Craigasm. So because of the way that the Morning Star works, it just allows you to stay in your iframes for so long, which is amazing. I might die. Excuse. Okay, cool. He should die soonish. Maybe 3 or 4 hits. There he is. Dead.
Yeah.
So that's the halfway point of the game. Don't worry about the time there. The first half is a little bit longer than the second in terms of how quickly I do it. But that is the kind of narrative halfway point.
We get a little bit for some donations?
Go for it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and kick this off with $20 from Driscollad saying, "Yeah, hello, boy, dear hell.
Yeah, hello, Driscoll.
Sorry I couldn't be there. Your choice for incentive, brother."
No worries, thanks so much. I'll pop that again to Radiant Historia, please.
All right, we'll put that in the Simmering Fury ending.
That's the one.
Yep. We got $30 from Jeffrey saying, gotta let Caleb suplex a train. We got $10 from Mats, saying, long-time watcher of speedruns, first-time donator, good cause, deserves some action. Let's let this go to Demon Chocobo for Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, yeah.
And that's still really close, guys. They've been neck and neck for the whole week.
So, Jeff has been put under a spell by Julius, and I ask him, what do you do to her, Julius? To which he goes, I am the last one left of Empire Vandal. I asked you a question, man. Come on, at least give me an answer. This amazing incantation here as well, Klinkra Imram Miriam Tinquar, is still in the remake of this game on the Vita, so shout out to consistency.
I take that back what I just said. We just received $500 donation. After this, Good Taste is going to need some help to catch up to Demon Chocobo now.
All hell.
Ooh, nice.
Good Taste is in the lead, folks.
$500, thank you so much. That's worth a clap, I think, $500.
Yeah, $500, guys. No. I can be happy for both, can't I?
A Chocobo?
Oh, it is Final Fantasy.
Wait. No. I haven't seen a Chocobo yet.
That's a Chocobo.
Why is there a Chocobo in a Mana game?
Probably had to do with they wanted to sell it as Final Fantasy Adventure.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Mystic Quest.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no worries. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. So, why is there a Chocobo? You are actually supposed to find a Chocobo. I've skipped him. But don't worry. There will be a lot of Chocobo time, don't worry. He's a very, very trusty steed, and helps a huge amount from this part of the run. So this is the point where Sumo or Everhate has said he doesn't feel he's the one to be the Gemma Knight. He's questioning himself. He's doubting. He's very, very upset that he feels like he hasn't got the power to do what needs to be done. This is going well. There we go. So I want to sell my Were Axe to give me over 6,300 gold, and that will give me the Flame Whip, which is a very, very, very powerful weapon. And I'm going to buy my last set of keys. From this point out, I need 9 keys to get to the end of the game, and that's my 9th key there, so... And the translation in this game is amazing. The Japanese version obviously is faster because the text speed is so much quicker. Fun fact, there is actually a character in this game with Japanese text speed, but why it wasn't given to all the characters, I don't know. But they had to work with the same amount of text boxes. So some of the wording is a little bit weird, such as the line, "What's that, Gemma?" which, I mean, I can only assume was meant to be, "What are the Gemma Knights?" or "Huh? You want me to be a Gemma Knight?" That kind of stuff. Brilliant. So this is another case of the NPCs just being here, and if you touch them, you have a massive conversation. But the issue is that these two guys, the old man and the young boy here in Ish, have like 4 or 5 boxes of text, whereas normally it's like 1, maximum 3. But those two have a lot of text. All done. And mechanized his wounded legs. He's fine now. You can even go on water, he says. So this is Chocobot, not Chocobo.
That's a very important distinction.
Yes. So he's now got these metal legs. He's going all Star Fox on us. So
he can walk on water now?
yes, he can.
Would that make him...
The interesting thing is, like, you're supposed to have already had a Chocobo, but it's very nice that the game just kind of gives you the Chocobo if you don't already, and enjoy the music.
Would that make him a blue Chocobo?
It would make him a blue Chocobo, yeah. Feel free to sing along at home, kids. Or doot around. I am disappointed in the people behind me not come on, doot around.
Doot, guys.
Doot 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 doot. And scene.
Okay.
Good stuff, boys and girls. So I haven't got the wear axe anymore. Doesn't matter. It's rubbish. I don't like it. What's really cool is the Chocobo can kind of stop you from taking damage. If you're poisoned, it actually clears the poison, and he runs fast. So there are times when I won't use him, sometimes when I will, because it's faster to move around with him. And this music is awesome.
Small announcement to make, though. We've been getting donations for Final Fantasy VI opera scene for various people that are attending the event to sing for various roles. Unfortunately, some of these people have left, like PJ, Gramora. So if any of you have donated for these names, you need to contact somebody, the mod, or to change it to somebody that is still here. And if for future donations, when you do make it, please ask us if they are around. We're approaching the end of our PG limit break, and not everybody can attend the full event, unfortunately. So please bear with us in that, and appreciate any donations you make.
It is. I was wondering for that level up.
I think you've ended up a little bit behind your level curve occasionally.
It's kind of hard to keep up exactly where you need to be. My level is actually fine. I have 97 HP, which is very, very good. I kind of want to... I always want to make sure I'm going into this dungeon with 97 HP. Now, this is the point. If you remember when I finished Kets, it was about maybe 20 minutes into the run. In a Warps run, I'd already be here. I would have, in fact, well, I mean, I would have been here about an hour ago. Mm-hmm. So that just shows how much of the game that skip at the very, very beginning will skip. I do want to do a very, very quick shout out that my good friend Opus is going to be running the Warps category at SGDQ later this year. So if you are interested in that category, do make sure to catch his run. It's going to be fantastic. He's the current record holder for the route as well. So stole it from me. After Mega stole it from me.
Yeah, you've not had it for a little bit now.
Yeah, no.
You may have to do something about that.
Going to. We'll see. We'll see. Until that time, I still have a record to take back in this. Crow with a very, very wonderful run. Okay, I'm going to go this way and this way, and I want to use my Mattock here and not change to the Morningstar, because this next room I need to use a full bar to get past that thing there. So that's why I have a couple of Mattocks left. This room does have a nice skip if I get a good spawn, that is a perfect spawn. So ice doesn't work like normal. It doesn't work like you slide. It's more like a conveyor belt as such. It kind of sends you on a set path that the conveyor belt does. I need to get past these guys because they're annoying. Cool. So every single square has its own kind of direction. So if you can move between two different ice squares that have different directions, you'll actually squeeze between them and kind of go against their intended direction. As you saw, I just did. I went between one going up and one going right, and it just kind of pushed me up automatically. Let's see if I can get this. No, I took the hit. That's annoying. Oh, hello. Nice. Okay, cool. That's quite dangerous because you can sometimes take a hit from those enemies and they can kill you. Again, it's just one of those things that you have to kind of take certain rooms very, very slowly. Oh, hello. And you can never tell when enemies are going to jump as well. They'll either do it or they won't. Hello. Having to reset a lot of these rooms right now because they're just very, very dangerous. Okay, cool. That should be fine, actually. I should be able to get through that with no problem. Nice. Mm-hmm. This is a very, very difficult dungeon. The level at which I run it right now is just I need to get every single room to cooperate. Like, something as simple as this. Like that Tasmanian devil guy just kind of... He's a wind elemental. Him just standing there is enough to kind of lose me enough time to lose time in a split like this, because it's just so optimized, I want to say. I mean, in terms of what I've got so far to work with, it's a very, very tough level. And now this next room is another one where I can abuse the ice but I need to kind of get lucky because there's a lot of enemies, and I need to be on the ice, slide round it, and whilst I'm sliding around it, not get hit by stuff, and do that. And then I'm going to do that, walk through those two things, and continue. That particular between two ice blocks skip was found by Crow. Or at least he told me about it. If he never told me that someone else figured it out for him, but maybe.
I'd put my money on Crow finding that, though. He's done a lot of work with the game. He was the first one to really start running Warpless as a category for this game.
My first run of this game was a race with him. He was my kind of inspiration to start learning it.
Yeah, it's just to go to show that how tight our community is to willing to share tips, tricks, and info about the games you have an interest in speedrunning. We highly encourage you, if you have any interest at all, to speak up. You'd be surprised what you'll get sometimes.
This is going to be interesting. I could take a hit here. I'm going to see. No, I'm fine. Because of the way that those, even though you're kind of going across with the, because of the whip, you still are, it still counts if you're touching the ground. So I'm going to save here again, because if I miss this, I'm going to go all the way around, and I need to, I got it first time, nice. Oh my word! I went back onto the ice.
No. You got Moogled!
I went back onto the ice after I got it first time. No, please! Oh dear. Okay, here we go. Wow. That's really embarrassing. There we go. Okay, cool. Well then. This is really dangerous, actually. I'm not going to jump just yet. I'm going to cure with this. Because he could jump when I go over. I could do this and then he'll... Yeah, there you go.
I would say you're just going to kill him.
Yeah. But I mean, if I'd connected and then he jumped, I would have been in serious trouble. Especially at the HP value I had, because I was only on, I think, 20 odd.
Yeah, 22.
Okay. This is the final room in this dungeon, and we're going to get a very, very nice boss. Very easy to do, but she does hit hard, so if you aren't quite on top of it, you will find yourself falling very, very quickly. So let's save. It takes about maybe 3 seconds to save each time. Got the one hit off, that'll do. So you see I just get that hit in there in order to move back. I'm going to face up because the back of the whip actually does hit. Nice. I'm going to stay down here just now. Quite far away from her. Okay.
That's what I would have thought.
I thought I was fairly far away from her. I moved up a little bit too early, unfortunately. So I did die. Whoopsie.
Well, that's why you make safety saves.
Yep, indeed. So you saw the size of her hitbox. The hitboxes, the way they work in this game is very weird. So they take up the full tile and square that they're currently on. So although the pixels don't read to be there, she is taking up that space. So you have to be very respectful of enemy hitboxes. She should die on this one here. Yep. Nice. So yeah, it's quite a hard fight. Lost a bit of time there, unfortunately, but that's okay. So we've now got ourselves the ice sword. I never used to use it as a kid. I never really, when I was playing it as a young boy, I never really realized that certain enemies were weak to it. Because the next dungeon I didn't realize was actually called the Undersea Volcano. So they're all kind of really, really weak to the ice sword. Not that they're not really fire enemies. One's called an earth elemental. And you've also got, I can't really remember the name of the bees, but they're bees, and we don't like bees. They all get wrecked by the ice sword.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily the game hasn't been nasty to me and given me a blizzard drop. Saying that.
Yeah,
okay.
There's your blizzard. In the warped route, you need a blizzard in order to do another skip. And the game generally does not like you very much.
Not at all. I've grinded for 10 minutes trying to get that. And the ideal scenario is you get it in the first 20 seconds. You kill one enemy, it drops, and you continue. However, it is actually still very, very useful for the Warpless route. I'm going to use it where I might actually need to use my magic to cast the ice spell, because it's an item that just uses ice. And so obviously, in a room that needs 2 snowmen, I could just use the ice instead of wasting my MP. So I'll save that for certain rooms where I might be quite low on MP, and I think maybe I'm going to need a heal. I'm not sure how close I am to a level up. That's the right time to use it. So although these drops aren't necessary, they do help a little bit, and for the sake of consistency, obviously, because it takes some time to maybe go out of your way to get a chest, it's definitely worth it. So I'm going to move on to the next area. So if you have any donations, feel free to read them now.
Why, I might just have a few.
Ooh.
Like, I might have $130
Nice.
from Rizu-kun. I expect nothing short of a performance worthy of the Met. We also have $40 from Kyle Riley saying, well, since Bowie beat me fair and square, I've had to resign my title of Dark Lord. For now, trolling aside, I'd like to really extend a huge thanks to everyone streaming for Nami and the work Nami provides for people who are in need. Having lost a family member to depression this year, this cause is especially close to my heart, and having known many people who have mental illness, having had to deal with depression as a child with autism, I just want to tell everyone who has ever felt lonely or sad, it will get better. We need to keep fighting on. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Neon Lair. Thank you so much, man.
We also have $20 from Anonymous saying, need more mana. We have $40 from Ivor Snow saying, to stop all things Jeff. It ends now. Somebody's not a fan. We have $10 from Valeria B. No donation, but thank you very much. We have $30 from David saying, this is for the mother-in-law I never had and my fiance who knows me better than anyone. Love you, Lucas, and I know your mom would continue to be proud of you. We also have $10 from Itsuna. Let's go. I love this game.
That was very, very close. He was moving into my pathway, but I managed to menu just before his pixels started their move onto the next half tile down. So obviously the Chocobo is immune, invulnerable to everything. So
Yeah, but bees.
but bees.
Those bees are evil.
Okay, so this I need the Morning Star again here. Again, if I didn't get the Morning Star, I'd need to use Mattox for every single one of these, which in this version of the game is very, very laborious to have to keep menuing to get loads and loads of Mattox out. But has usage in others. Nice. So I'm going to break this float rock here, and this is one of the few times I'm actually going to menu with the Chocobo right now, because I can move through 3 screens here and get myself across to the far right. It's just quicker to do that with the Chocobo rather than running. I'm going to avoid him because he's going to be annoying. So the next boss I'm fighting is, without a shadow of a doubt, my least favorite boss. He's very, very dangerous. Oh, thank you very much. I should have just done this in the first place. So, poison, obviously. Am I still poisoned? I shouldn't be. I need the bone key. I am still
You
poisoned.
are still poisoned.
Aha. So the ticks still tick away, but you just don't see it. So obviously I only got 1 tick of poison because the time that I was in the Chocobo actually, well, forgot to do that. Actually counts as time towards your ticks. Knowing exactly where all of the breakpoints are is very important to this run as well. So I should be leveling up here. I do not want to do it on this screen because I need to level up, or at least on this side of the screen. I'll do it anyway. I completely forgot about how much experience they give you. So that would give me 115, and this will mean that I won't get destroyed in 1 hit by the Kraken, but 2. Aren't I lucky? Nice. That was very, very good. The enemies didn't really get too aggressive on me. They can, and if they do, I'm kind of stuck. Going back to projectiles, even though these are a much later game enemy, that fireball is the same property as the fireballs that the black mages shoot. So a gold shield would be able to defend that. Okay, the Kraken time. Time for the Ultras Boogie. I'm going to get a full will bar. I'm going to save, obviously. I'm going to hope that he doesn't attack me, basically. He either gets aggressive or not. He's not getting aggressive just yet.
Mr. Happy Squid right there.
There it is.
There is some happy squids in chat.
Hey, Happy. Really? Wow, that was perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
I couldn't hope for anything better.
Nice.
That's really good. He can basically just attack, and you saw how much damage he did. I mean, one hit took me down to, I believe, what was about 30 HP, maybe a bit more than that, 20. He hits very hard. So I had to use all of my magic up, abuse my iframes for that, so I could get out of any major damage. Pop myself there. And these guys give a ton of experience as well, so I'm going to use them to kind of prepare for a level up coming up. Very nice. You should be able to one-shot them due to their weakness and how strong I am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, no. I'm good for a couple donations if you are.
Yeah, sure. What I'll do is I'll just do this one room, and then after I've done this room, we can fire away. So this is another ice room, and that's not bad. I haven't got any magic though, so I'll use my blizzard. This is another room where I need to do this whole snowman making malarkey. I don't want. There was a part of me that really wanted to attack him there, but that would have been very bad. The only issue is that I've got this little chokehold. This little choke point, which enemies decide is a great idea to stand around, and I've also got these leaves to get rid of, and of course this Magus down at the bottom here is really annoying, as you noticed. And again, if the enemies decide that it's a good idea, or the snowman decides that it's a great idea to not activate the, that was very risky, brilliant. I have to reset. Because the buttons didn't work, which is very bizarre to those of you watching. I know, why would they make that happen, but unfortunately I didn't need to use my X either. Okay. And you can just lose so much time, because now I have to wait ages to kind of make this happen. Did I equip Cure, or did I equip something else? I equipped my X ether, didn't I? Okay, cool. That's fine. I don't mind. That's not good. I won't lie to you. That's not good. I need this chap to come across the bridge. So, come on. This is like harking back a little bit to the ancient cave right now. Here, Dark Knight. I would whistle, but I'm probably sure I'd blow everyone's ears out, so I won't.
Thank you.
I've got a very powerful whistle. Please don't read too much into that.
Too late.
Whatever. Okay, I'm going to reset this, because that's just not going to happen. Ideally, you want this kind of situation where they're both on the thicker side of the map, so that you have a lot more room to work with. These enemies still do a lot of damage, so I'm going to I think I'm going to set this up, or I'm not going to push that on just yet. A part of me thinks that it might be down to pressing the right-hand side button before the left, because I think the left-hand side button is like button 1 and then there's button 2. I haven't confirmed that yet, but here's hoping.
Please work.
Yay!
Ice rooms.
I think that applause was for the game. That was
What a good
well done.
video game.
You did what you were supposed to do in the first place. I'm just going to stab him and get rid of him. The annoying thing about this room is these guys take up a lot of space. If a chest drops and I have to kind of push it out the way, the ice sword cannot destroy chests. So you have to actually change your weapon just to destroy the chest, which is... I'm actually going to just check my experience here. Cool. I want to set up for a level up because I need to move across this lava. I haven't really talked about damage tiles, even though I have kind of used them and abused them. Damage tiles, there are 3 kinds. You obviously have the spikes at the very beginning of the game. You've got stars, which are more prominent in Dark Lord's Castle, and then you've got lava, like that. So that's not random how much damage they do. It's proportional to your level. So the spikes do your level times 2 damage. The stars do your level times 2 does your level times 2.5. What am I doing? And the lava does your level times 3. So you need to be very, very careful. So now that I've damage boost over the lava, because you have to go that way, there's no other way to go, now I can get a level up. There it is.
Nice.
Level 28, 127 HP. Fun fact, for me at least, you may not enjoy it, but 127 is my favorite number because of Secret of Mana. I don't know why, it just looks really, really good in that game. Just tying into the awesomeness of Mana again, I guess.
It is pretty awesome.
Yes. So the ice has magic property damage, so you can defeat them. That's not too much of an issue. Key and the Morning Star. Okay. So a lot of you may recognise that room if you watch the Warps run. A little bit more interesting in the Warped version. What you can do in that room. But we're just going to skate right past it here. This is the very, very last part of this dungeon now, and we are coming up towards the end, coming closer to the end part of the game. I need to grab my magic for the last time in this dungeon, and I've not got the best spawn, but it'll do. Thank you. Go invisible. Thank you. Okay, so this is where I was talking about earlier that I know a little trick that I can use. So I've kept the broadsword all this time for this one trick. I'm going to get rid of that so I don't have it. I'm going to push this up, face left, use the sword, and it'll cause both buttons to be pressed at the same time, causing the stairs to open. We used to have to just sit there and use a snowman to kind of open both, like freeze 2 enemies, and hope that the 2 buttons were pressed and would do that. But that actually guarantees it happens every time. Ever since figuring that out, I haven't ever missed it. Yeah, I haven't really touched on the story in a while. Stinger, if you know the ins and outs of the story at this point, would you like to cover that?
I don't think I remember what's happening at this point. I think this guy's
terrible.
Guarding the Rusty Sword, is that right?
He is indeed guarding Rusty Sword, yes.
So that's the legendary sword of legend, and you have to get it so that you can turn into Excalibur later, I believe?
That is indeed correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of skipped the cutscene, obviously, or I kind of just went through the text quite quickly. Sorry, this is a very, very particular movement.
Considering he literally crushes you with his body, I don't blame you.
Yep. It's these fights. The reason, I think I really love physical strats because they allow you to kind of move in this kind of way. Because you can use your magic at range, this kind of makes you get up close and personal in the face of these enemies.
Nice.
So there's the Rusty Sword. Mm-hmm. I unfortunately kind of got caught on a wall, which kind of why I died there. I haven't actually died to Iflight for a very, very long time. But yeah, you're kind of forced to get up close and personal with all of the enemies. Okay. Which kind of it makes for much riskier fights, but the payoff is kind of good because you don't have to wait all the time for your magic or the gauge to increase, so you can do maximum damage. At this point, the gauge is really fast. It is really, really fast, but it's not as fast as multiple base damage attack just from physical weapons. So it's I've kind of found ways that I can make every single fight a lot faster. It's just about making sure you pull off the movement perfectly every time. menus are the bane of my life today. So the menu's very, very weird. If you hold down the button, it'll scroll through really quickly. It has like a buffering period where the menu's popping up, and if you kind of press it too early, you may not get something. So I try to kind of find the right time to move it down, and there's like an amount of time I know I can hold it down for to go 1, 2, 3, 4 onto the ask command. And unfortunately, I did it a bit too early, so I actually didn't get the first tick down. So that kind of cost me a little bit of time having to menu. And that's the last time I need to use the Mattock for float rocks. So, pop onto the Chocobo. Oh, sorry. Sorry to end it quickly for you, guys.
How could you?
I'm a horrible, horrible man. I'm sorry. Just for marathon safety, I don't ever do this in a PB attempt, and you shouldn't too. Just a little hill spring here. These are dotted around the world. I haven't really talked about them, so I don't use them at all. But there are those heel springs, and they recover your HP and MP to maximum.
I'd forgotten those were even in the game. I never see you take them.
Exactly. There are a variety of levels that have them. They're not in every single dungeon, but they are just here and there. A little difference, actually, and I'm not going to do this because I've managed to get this bit safe enough that I don't need to worry. This screen here, if you defeat all of those seahorses, an elixir drops in the middle of the screen there, so that's a guaranteed elixir every time you go onto that screen. So you can farm them if you like. The magic route needs them because of how much MP is going to be expended at this point in the game. Because we're about to get the strongest magic in the game called Nuke, or it gets translated to Flare in other versions. It's very, very good. It costs 3 MP as well, so it may not seem like much because fire takes up 1, lightning takes up 2. So it may not seem like it's that much, but considering you use it to defeat almost every enemy you come across, it does dwindle quite quickly. If you want to talk about this upcoming boss stinger.
This is Dark Lich, right?
Yes, it is indeed. I'm glad you remember, man.
I remember a few things. But
look at the screen. Yeah.
Dark Lich, he's the one you get the nuke spell from, and I believe that's what he casts. Or at least it's a spell of the same power.
He sends like skulls against you, but yeah,
right.
That's what it's technically him casting that spell, yeah.
So that's pretty dangerous. You'll need to be careful about avoiding those skulls that get thrown at him.
I love the fact that the spell is named Nuke.
But the other thing about Dark Lich is he'll follow the exact same movement path as the Megapede boss from earlier. So, again, Bowie knows where he's coming from. You'll see him do that figure 8 that Megapede did, and he'll go up the top of the screen and come out the bottom.
I'm not going to attack him there. I normally do, but that's ridiculously hard to do, to get out of his way afterwards. Well, I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Just try and hold on. I got away with it. Good.
Okay, then.
Well done.
So bad.
You're so lucky.
So you have to be kind of careful if you face tank enemies. That's why Davius is so particularly hard, because you have to be right in his hitbox. I actually kind of killed him about half a cycle quicker than I normally do. I let him kind of swing around, and when he comes back on himself, that's when I kill him at full flame chain range. So yeah. This again is quite obscure. The people in Ish tell you that there's a place where you can destroy a crystal with Nuke, and it's right there.
I don't know how you find that as a casual player.
Hope. I think a lot of players did the whole, let's just go onto every single screen and throw nukes around. And yeah, hit and hope. I'm going to kill these enemies because it's such a thin screen, because you only get 3 tiles worth out of the possible, I think, like 7 you can get. 6. So I'm going to move, I'm going to move left there and then there. this will give me access to the Dragon Shield. This is the ultimate... No, it's not the ultimate shield. There's one more called the Aegis Shield. But ironically, the Dragon Shield defends against everything I want to defend against that the Aegis Shield would defend against. So I don't need to get the Aegis Shield. In the Warpless run, it's definitely an item you want, as many people who watch that run know. You definitely want to get the Aegis Shield in Warps. Because you don't have access... You can't get here to get the Dragon Shield in the first place. I'm also going to pick up the Dragon Sword, because this is a sword, and they're the most versatile weapon, as I mentioned earlier. And they allow you to... So you can attack really, really quickly, and it's a huge damage increase from what we already have currently. I'm going to save just in case this guy lasers me, and he does have a distinct ability to do that when I least want him to. Yeah, snails are really annoying. I can get past that. There's no moogling here, Stinger. Sorry. I am sorry.
At least you got it once.
Yeah.
You actually got it twice.
I'm not going to...
Yeah.
I need to do something. I'm not... Actually, I could... If I had enough HP but I took a hit, I would damage boost across those spikes. Just walk across, it'll do like 60 damage to me because I'm level 30, I think now, 29. Wow! Okay, that was lucky. I'm going to equip the Ice Sword just to kind of get my kills here, and I will level up just before the boss fight, which is a very annoying boss because you actually have to take a big damage from... a big chunk of damage from this lining of stars that you kind of need to walk through. But this is a really, really fun fight. You may recognize the enemy. I think this is one of Stinger's favorites. I'm also going to use this moment to bring the rusty sword up because I'm going to need it later. So, say hello.
Mantis Ant. Yeah, this is the first boss in Secret of Mana, one of the last ones in FFA, so
Oh yeah,
pretty interesting. Switch around on that.
Okay, he's being nice to me. Good fight. That was so nice.
Easy.
Nice work.
I'm going to heal one more time. Take the damage. It's 90 damage it does. Wow. And I'm going to equip my rusty sword because it's right here. I'm going to pop it here. So if you press this button without equipping the rusty sword, nothing happens. You need to use the rusty sword and stab it into the button to continue the story.
Do we have a couple moments here for a donation?
We
or
most
two?
certainly do. Go ahead, sir.
Awesome. Well, we have $50 from Anonymous saying, pumped up for the next few hours of gaming from Final Fantasy Adventure through the Dragon Warrior 3. These are the games I've been looking forward to all week. We also have $30 from Anonymous, putting this towards naming Sabin Suplex. Good job, runners. We also have $10 from Sufner. Years ago, I was out of a long brought with severe depression, bipolar stemming from a drug called Accutane. I want everyone to know it can be overcome. Also, bring back lunar speedruns for the next event.
So this is Marcy. Marcy's amazing. She recovers your MP quickly. It's not a regen like the girls, so you can quickly get some MP back. Very, very handy for the magic route, obviously, because it relies on MP being expended to do all of the damage. The rusty sword is really bad. Why am I using it? I want to equip the Morning Star again because I have some more rooms that I need to break the doors down in. So it's very, very important to kind of know how much damage you have and how much damage you can do, because you don't. If you wait a certain amount of time, you'll have just enough of the will gauge that you'll be able to one-shot the enemies and not two-shot, which can save you a lot of time over the grand scheme of things. If you're saving like one attack over, a 2-hour run, it's just so much time you can save. I mean, I don't really know how else to put it, to be honest. Nice, there we go. Thank you for the XQ, sir. What a gentleman. And these rooms, they're not necessarily hard, but you can sometimes get a little bit difficult in how much space the enemies take up. Got quite lucky there that the enemies were just kind of off to the side. They can stand in the middle and muck around a bit. So I've got a full gauge here, which is just kind of natural. I try to attack as little as possible. Don't really need it though. It's the first time I've done that, I'll say that much. I'm going to be getting a very important weapon now. I'm going to swap my key round. So this is my last set of keys I'm up to now. I will use exactly 4 more. So I know that I need exactly about, I think it's 28 keys over the course of the entire run that I need. This is Dragon Armor. I'm going to equip it right now because I have an hideous tendency to just completely forget I have new armor. It increases your defense by 19 over the gold armor. And because the damage ratios work 1-to-1, like the more defense you have, you take off that much damage. So I'll be taking 19 less damage from these enemies. And it adds basically 0 time to the run. You just kind of go across and it's like maybe 10 seconds, I want to say. And yes, that would be the difference between, you know, potentially a PB in some situations, but it's worth it for how safe it is. Luckily, you can move things diagonally, so you can just cut those 2 middle trees and send the ice diagonally down. Did I equip the ice sword? Why did I do that? Oh, I am a silly person, Stinger.
I won't disagree.
There we go. Okay, so this is the final screen of this dungeon. I am going to damage boost. Probably don't need to. Probably costed me a bit too much time, but I'm going to be using Marcy to recover my MP anyway, so I might as well use my last 2 pieces. I'm going to save here and charge my gauge up to about the beginning of my money. Unlucky.
Don't worry, Marcy's here to help.
Nice. So this is a very interesting fight. So you can actually hit the Griffin from here. Whenever he flaps down, you can actually attack with the down flaps of the Griffin. So I can wait here at a safe range and attack when he at the second kind of tick of his screen. So I'll be on this half tile and I'll move back here to attack. It's really hard to find the rhythm. It's why I miss it sometimes. But when you get it, clean fight. So Dime Tower done. Let's escape. And Stinger, I'll let you talk us through this moment here.
Well, unfortunately, when Marcy was made, there was a small problem.
We can't get over this, so Marcy says, "Don't worry, I'll throw you over, and then now I'll jump across." Excellent, Marcy. Thank you. Stinger,
Marcy lied to us.
Marcy, please.
Can't jump. Just another death.
Another brave soul lost in the battle for mana. And see you sometime, Marcy. The Bible 7s are coming out, I'm sure. A very, very sad moment. I mean, I remember being a kid just bawling my eyes out over that. I mean, a little kind of set of pixels on the screen, but I'd now invite you all to enjoy what I feel is the best music in the game. Given the fact that it's a Game Boy chip, there are many layers to this music, so try and listen to all of it. It all comes together in a wonderful, wonderful composition. And I urge you to listen to remakes and remixes of this music, because it is wonderful. So this is our final dungeon, the Mana Temple. And up here we'll get to the Mana Holy Land. Ninjas.
Yeah.
So I'm focusing now. Why did I do that?
Ninjas are a pretty dangerous enemy, both because they do a ton of damage and they jump around everywhere. But they do drop the best armor in the game, so if that were to happen, that would be amazing. Shouldn't need it, but...
So we got our first enemy. This is like a boss rush kind of dungeon as well, so... this is one of those fights that you need to kind of hope that you get a good pattern for. I'm going to actually wait and charge here, so I can do this. Get 2 hits off. not the best so far.
I believe if you get both...
Ooh, I was so close. I was about to get hit big. Yes, you were saying.
I was going to say, if you get both halves of the sword special attack, that does 2.5 damage.
2 damage and then 1.5 on the way back.
Okay.
So it's not the full strength on the way back, but I have found it's definitely. Some people think it's or some people have said that it's definitely like base damage, but I haven't seen it be exactly base. It sometimes is a little bit higher, so I give it its due. I like to not use the heal spell for that fight because, or I don't want to get hit though, but I need to use a key here, so I kind of erase that menu by hopefully performing that fight with the first dragon very, very well, and then getting through these phases without him getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
Keep thinking I have different swords on now and then. Okay, so the ninjas are really dangerous. These shurikens they throw are one of the strongest weapon or moves in the game. They do a very, very large amount of damage, so you need to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
I hesitate to let that guy get away, just on the off chance he'll drop the samurai armor. Because the ninjas drop the armor and the fiend heads drop the helmet. And together they give you a huge amount of damage. So the dragon armor was 19 up from the gold armor. The samurai armor is 10 up from the dragon armor. That would just completely take away any and all damage. Let's go for it, why not? Ooh. If I get it, that'd be amazing, but
Yeah.
I got it twice in practice, but this is not practice, is it? So obviously, if the first Minotaur is to move to the right, you wouldn't have any issue just kind of going down and kind of getting the first. You're just using one ice blast, and it, that would save a lot of time because you don't have to cast another one and send it all through the little maze there. You can do that in diagonals, but it's very, very tricky. I tend not to do that. So we fought the dragon. Let's fight the dragon.
This one's the red dragon.
Can you tell?
No. But it is a different name.
Definitely.
You just have to trust them.
This is a good fight so far. That's interesting. I might implement that in future. Look at him figuring out strats on the fly. Oh, I think he should be very, very near to being dead now. There he is. So the game tells us it's the red dragon, and would the game lie to us? No.
Of course not.
The backgrounds are very important here. They kind of are my visual cue to how I know how well I'm doing in the dungeon. Wow, what did I do there? I don't know, but it didn't work out. I killed that one just because I wanted to see if I get the helmet. It just really does help. It kind of makes this dungeon a complete walkover. Okay, so it's very, very difficult to do it in this dungeon. I hesitate to do it because it is so dangerous based on how strong the enemies are. But I was mentioning earlier that enemies have iframes, and you can kind of attack them twice if you kind of erase their iframes. You can also attack and move through enemies, so you can attack them and then move through them whilst they're blinking. I choose not to do that sometimes just because it's very dangerous.
It's not exactly what I'd call marathon safe.
Nice. Coming very, very close to the end of this dungeon now. Got one more segment, and then it's our final boss for this bit, and then it's on to the final boss. So the background, as I was saying, you can kind of know how far you are through the dungeon because of it, because it goes from it goes from gates to a river with like a tree line into mountains. So you're kind of going higher and higher up in the thing, and that's my very, very last key. And that's the last key I need in the rest of the game. So I know that I need exactly 9 keys upon finishing Dark Lord. Yeah, it just works out perfectly that you kind of have that it is a multiple of 4 that you need. Don't have any excess. Ooh, crikey, that's very, very close to dying. I'm going to potentially force a level up if I can. I'd rather not.
Yeah, I'm not sure how close you are.
Come on, gents. Nice, that's very good. I'm going to move straight on, actually, and I'm going to save here. As I mentioned again earlier, I've shifted out doing safer rooms with being more aggressive, but saving a bit more. which can be good and bad depending on how well the rooms go. So for now it's been going okay, but you can sometimes have rooms that could be really good and you're wasting time saving. This is going to be very close to hit my estimate. It's been an okay run. Okay, I'm going to go with the very, very difficult strats. I'm going to implement a skill that I like to call the stutter slice. You may have seen me doing it before, but I'm going to move and slice at the same time. The reason it's so difficult is because the way you slice in this stab in this game, because you may see that the sword has a slice and a stab motion. That's its gimmick. Is that in order to stab, you have to press forward and move whilst you're pressing A to attack. But what I can do is I can move and slice at the same time, as you can see I'm doing there. So I'm moving, so I can keep up with the dragon zombie when he moves down. Nice.
That's one.
That was very precise.
And now we're on to the very, very final area. If this was the Warp's run, I would have been here about an hour and 40 ago, but I'm going to... I can't actually defeat these guys, they're very, very strong, so I need to actually reset this room, to be honest. It's a bit of a shame. There we go. When is one elephant handy? When you're running Warpless. This is a very, very tight set of corridors, and these guys do a lot of damage, so... Okay. 4 more screens and it's final boss time. And we're going to meet up with Jeff's mum. And she's going to tell us we've been a great Knight of Gemma. And she's going to give us the Excalibur. Receive the Excalibur. Which is wonderfully called the Excalibur. And it's ridiculously strong. It's very handy that one of the best weapons in the game is just given to you. You don't have to worry at all about it. So you can just go straight ahead and equip that. I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to keep that for the battle coming up because the first form of Julius actually gives you experience. So you can actually get a level up mid-battle fighting him. Okay, I've got 2 crystals as well because I got loads in this run. Here we go, final boss. If you want to talk the people through this so I can concentrate on singing.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So there's 3 Juliuses on the screen. They're all the same HP, and you have to kill each one. They do a lot of damage, and the spell they're casting is the nuke spell, which is the same one that you got a little earlier. He's already dispatched too, which is the hardest part. Taking out the last one shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Nice. That was very, very quick.
Nice work.
So the reason it's really easy because it's Warpless. On the Warp's run, different story.
Yeah, the Warp's run, this is by far one of the hardest fights you can have in a speedrun. In this form, all you have to do is wait for Julius to dive, and then you can get some attacks in. He can dive straight down, or he can dive down to the center, like that. But if he goes straight down, that's when you can get a bunch of hits in. He won't do the diagonal dive to the sides, he'll only do it from the sides to the center.
Got the 2 hit there, it's very, very close timing.
Nice.
Okay, and being a JRPG, the standard rule of 3. This is our final fight.
This is his final form.
We're going to go for the swag and not save. Why not?
The thing about this fight, Julius will appear what appears to be randomly on the screen, but he actually has a pattern. I don't know the pattern off the top of my head, but Bowie has it memorized, so he knows exactly where Julius 3 is going to appear on the screen at all times. So he's setting up for each one. And what he's doing is he's setting up so he can block the shots with his sword and then get into his attacks. And time's coming up shortly. It's on the last hit. Time.
Nice.
So that's Final Fantasy Adventure, Warpless, 2:11:02. That's a overestimate, but it's a really, really, really good run. It's a very, very tough category to do. It's very, very long, and there are little tiny bits of RNG that can kind of trip you up. But that's that.
It's a very difficult speedrun, so props to Bowie for making it through that. Took a lot of safety saves, but those are necessary, as you saw sometimes throughout the run.
Yeah. I just want to say that I'm really, really honoured to be able to run this game here. I know that obviously Shining Force is a big game of mine, but this is a game that's ridiculously close to my heart. And I've tried for a long time to get it into a marathon, and it finally got in. So thank you very much to RPG Limit Break for giving me the chance to run one of my favourite speed games. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers, dude. So with that in mind, obviously the mana tree has been defeated. Well, it's been destroyed, not defeated. We defeated Julius, and in the battle, the tree was destroyed. And so Jeff's mum asked Jeff. Yeah, Fuji is her canon name. You have You have a choice. You can either become the next seed of the mana tree or not. And Fuji has a decision to make. You are the last member of the Mana tribe, Mana family. So she makes a choice. And then that is the final control I have, at least. But that's Final Fantasy Adventure. I know we went over schedule, but I do have like a couple of little things I can show off if I may. They're very, very quick. They're like seconds long, each of them. And one of them's kind of in canon for the next run, if I may. Is that all right?
That's the thumbs up signal.
Cool. No worries. Okay, so what I will do is the Rising Sun's back, so you get a lot of lovely music. So yes, I was running Mystic Quest, but I do have, of course, got Final Fantasy Adventure right here. I've created two preparation saves for what's coming up. So obviously, to end it off, Fuji becomes a mana tree, and Sumo, Everhate, declares that he will be her mana knight. So, bye. Feel free to play the game yourself and watch the ending. It's very, very lovely. The music's fantastic. Okay, so I need to actually set up... One's really, really funny, and the other one's kind of... can I still do this, or is it going to reset me? It's going to reset me. I have to just gain control of this first, and I can... cool. Just 'cause I don't want to use the basic one, because it's very blaring on the eyes. I use black and white to begin with. No, black and white. Sorry. So Final Fantasy Adventure, I've got two saves here. My first save is here. I just wanted to show just kind of like a preview of what you're going to get with the Warps run. Make sure to check out SGDQ. This makes no sense. This is the one warp I have no idea how it works. I'm currently in between these two screens. I can't move anywhere. If I attack facing the right, okay, cool. If I attack facing down,
Welcome to the snowfields.
so that's the glitch that takes place to skip you halfway through the game. Now my final one. Is very much in running with the next part of the game. What's this? Wow, it's moving! Ah, it's a demon chocobo! I figured this out that apparently when you reverse it, it does this. So I hope you're voting for the Demon Chocobo for Final Fantasy VI, so we can have more Demon Chocobo hype. And there you go, Demon Chocobo. And that's Final Fantasy Adventure. So thank you very much indeed. Cheers.
Yes, and shout outs to everybody that has donated this far. Literally, the donations are becoming in faster than I can read them. So we're going to take this moment to run a quick ad, and we hope you will stick around and keep looking forward to more Demon Chocobo.
No, you're not on camera. That's okay. You can pick your nose, etc.
Suddenly, Arms, you could have even more fun and pick someone else's nose. Who is on camera?
No. I don't recommend doing that.
I might get
It's not comfortable for anyone. Oh no, I'm not checking luggage. I'm just gonna leave it somewhere. I bought it for one purpose. It failed in that purpose. It should be ashamed of itself.
Did you go buy that?
Yes, I bought that to fix the Dragon cart. And it did not work.
It was a valiant attempt. And no, I didn't.
That
So they had that up in the commissary.
and I lent my knitting needle to the purpose as well. Still
That's
doesn't
solid.
work. Yeah, I bought it upstairs. Oh God, please don't tell me what my flight is. Oh, okay, no, I don't care about watching TV for free. Silly, silly me.
Who knows how too bad Martin looks like, because someone just needs to go yell at him that he's supposed to be here.
Sorry.
Crap.
No clue.
I think I do.
Wasn't he on the thingy yesterday?
Yes.
Yes.
He was Legend of Mana dude, yeah.
I
But there
wasn't
was four
paying
of them.
attention.
There was four of them was the problem. Well, I mean, our runner's not even here yet, so.
Yeah, that's true. We don't even have our runners.
I think we'll be okay.
They're not here, go do it.
I can do the first hour.
They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. The video is coming. Okay.
No.
No.
No, I've only had this one since December. I need to have it for at least a year. The last one was really durable, though. It took a lot of effort to break it.
Hello there. Welcome back to RPG Limit Break 2016. That was more for the Twitch audience, not. Anyway. We are back from our commercial break. And just as a reminder, we are a charity speedrunning marathon supporting the National Alliance on Mental Illness. We've been running all week long so far. We started on Monday. We're still going. Back-to-back speedruns of many of your favorite RPGs and some that you might not even have heard of, but hopefully have checked out because they've been really great. So far, as you can see on the screen, we have raised $44,809 for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. But yeah, I agree. We should be really proud of that, but we can do even more. We've got so much time left. We've got this Final Fantasy VI run coming up by my dear friends Puetzel and Essentia, who will be joining us shortly. We also have Chrono Cross coming up after that. And then in the morning, we're going to be having a run of Radiant Historia, followed by Dragon Quest III. And then closing out the marathon, we're going to have Bravely Default and the finale, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. So there's a lot of good stuff left. You definitely don't want to miss any of it, and you especially do not want to miss the run coming up. It's going to be fantastic. I've got some donations that we were not able to get to during Final Fantasy Adventure because it was really, really fast-paced and awesome. So we're going to try to get through those now, as I get a text message. But it's all good. So we had $10 from Elf Horrors, who I believe is watching via the French restream. I want this plushies. And then it has a little emoji of, reaching your arms like, yeah, in the air. $30 donation from an anonymous donor. Amazing runs all around. Really looking forward to the FF6 run. My favorite RPG ever. I'm also looking forward to it. For the following reason, $10 from Caldrim that says, all hail the Demon Chocobo. Yes, I am also looking forward to that. And we had $100 from TM. It has an exclamation point in it, so yeah. $100 to name Tara Goober. This is a donation for a friend who has taught me so much about mental health. Therefore, I want to donate to NAMI in order to show that mental health is a real deal and is no longer a stigma. If you're depressed, please get help. And we had $30 from the Stradivarian. What do you call it when you summon Phoenix to revive 5 spoony bards? A soul-blazing quintet. That one is forever hate. May you always be quad-zerking each fiesta. $10 from Ravlin. I don't know who has helped get my safety queen a solid lead, but thank you. The real safety queen taught me how to be a good person, how to cook, how to handle myself at a job, and how to treat other people. I hope these donations go to helping other people in their times of need. Thank you. Oh, and apparently $50 more from TM. I really want Tara to be named Goober, so take a second donation if you don't mind. Mental health is such an important goal, and FF3, FF6, they're the same thing if you didn't know that, is one of my favorite RPGs. Mine too. Just going to remind you guys real quick that for Final Fantasy VI, we have a rather large number of different things that you can donate to. Particularly, every single character that we're going to pick up can be named. And there is currently an ongoing bid war for pretty much every single one of them. Only a couple of them are really one-sided. The only characters in Final Fantasy VI that we're not going to be picking up in this run are, Umaro. Sorry. So this is a glitchless any % run. And we will be picking up every single character during the course of the World of Balance and then Go-Go during the World of Ruin. So all the name bid wars are currently ongoing, and let's take a look at their status. For Celis, the general, we have Essentia currently in the lead with $130 compared to Store with $120. General Store, indeed. So, if you'd like to see that. I actually don't know exactly how we'll manage Essentia. I guess we'll shorten it some sort of way, whatever. There's a 6-character limit, so be aware of that, please, when you donate. For Cyan, actually, this is an uncontested bid war. We have Warmech, or Mook. Warmook, there we go. Currently in the lead with $53, but if you would like to snipe that, you have until we start the Sabin scenario to get in your donations for that one. For Edgar, the current leader at $40 is Slurmp. That's quite a name. And we got Jeff in second place, of course, with $32.50. I'm honestly expecting to see a little more Jeff as I go through here. For Gao, the current leader at $30 is K-Rob, who is a speedrun community member. At $5, we've got Poplio. For Go-Go, currently uncontested is FMA for $90. For lock, we've got Decon with a $205, well, a $200 lead over IHOP, which has $4.50 toward it. So, gonna need some work there in order to catch up to Decon. The current leader for Mog is Wombat with $50, with BTB following behind at 30, and my personal favorite Moog at $15. For Realm, we've got Alina uncontested with $40. For Sabin, the current leader is Suplex with $91. Very appropriate name, if I do say so. And the second place is currently Caleb with $50. I see that you are now seeing these things go across the screen. Actually, I might be out of date because I just saw something different on the layout than what I just read to you guys. Let me refresh this page. I do hope that you all are getting your donations in while I'm talking, because that is the point. Yep, it looks like Caleb has taken the lead for Sabin at $95 to Suplex at $91. For Setzer, we've got D-Darch, referring to Dragon Darch, our speedrunning community member, at $30. With $5 in second place, we got NyQuil. Shadow, with $100, the uncontested name currently is Bundle, which is a hilarious troll from my friends at my place of employment. Strago, the current winner, is Jeff with $50. And Elmagoose at 30 is in second place. So that one you got a fair bit of time. We'll be cutting off Strago and Realm around the time that we finish the banquet at Vector. And for Terra, the current leader is Goober with the 2 donations from our friend TM at $150. And the second place name is currently Safety Queen. Well, Safety Queen at $86.01. And if you think that I'm done, oh no, sir. We've got 5 donation wars for the performances in the opera. Now, I have to tell you, when you're suggesting someone to perform an opera role here tonight, they do have to be physically present at the marathon. And unfortunately, since it is the second to last day, there are a number of people who have left, including people who have been previously donated for, PJ DeCesar and Grimora, both of whom have left the event already. So unfortunately, they will not be able to participate, which is a shame because I'm sure they would be hilarious. But currently for the role of Draco in the opera, we've got Essentia with the lead at $125. And of course, to complete that ironic duo, we've got Maria. The leader is currently Puexel with $125. Feral Pigman pulling up second place with 20. For the Impresario, the current leader is Brosentia with $130, generously contributed by our own Rizukun. And Spike Vegeta needing a little bit of catch-up at $5. Then for Ross, we currently have no actual leader because the previous leader was Remora.
Yeah, me.
And apparently for Ultros, the current leader is me. Go figure. Not that I'm not willing to do that.
Hello.
Hi, Bick.
Hi.
But I strongly recommend donating for whatever you'd want for any of those 5 roles, please. It'll be great. We also have a bid war for saving or killing Sid at the beginning of the World of Ruin. Of course, saving is faster, but killing actually, leads to character development and good stuff that people will be interested in. And finally, we have my personal favorite bid war, which we have unassumedly called the text box background bid war in the donation tracker. But what that really means is we are determining the fate of our Lord and Savior, the Demon Chocobo, and for that matter, the fate of the eyes and brains of our hearts and souls of our poor runners over the on the couch there. And I say poor because they haven't yet had an opportunity to see the Demon Chocobo today. So I guess that's actually not true because it's on the save screen on your card, Puexel.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
I keep it as a memento of our run from SGDQ 2 years ago, and also to make me glad that I get beautiful baby blue text boxes during my normal runs.
So as a reminder for the again, unassumedly titled Text Box Background Bid War. The bid war is a rolling bid war, which means that whatever's leading at any given time is going to be what